Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another video. This is just a little something that we had a lot of fun listening to, but yeah, enjoy.
Basically, you walk into Red Lobster on a stormy Wednesday evening. It's Matt.
Dad, let's listen to this.
Basically,
Why am I leader?
I don't know.
you walk into a Red Lobster on a stormy Wednesday evening. You sit down with your wife and your two kids.
This
Waiter
makes me
comes to
hard
your
already.
table. You order your hungry ask for the endless shrimp. 15 minutes later, everybody is served. Wait, yeah, okay.
Too late.
Your wife and kids order the endless shrimp as well. As the night morphs into inky blackness outside, you all talk and laugh and eat. You eat your plate after plate of shrimp. After a couple of hours, you and your family are stuffed. You motion to the waiter to bring the bill and look down at your plate, letting out a small chuckle. It looks like you haven't eaten a single bit of shrimp. Wait, a curious thing since you've been growing. Wait, what?
Jesus, you're bad.
Oh, you've been goring yourself. Sorry, goring yourself on shrimp constantly for the better part of 2 hours before you can puzzle off this small oddie any longer. The waiter, Matt, shut up!
Come on talking.
Yeah, but you're playing a video.
What? The waiter, hustles over, sorry, I'm stupid. Hustles over to your table and hands you the bill. As you reach over to grab the check, your hand closes instead around a squishy pile of shrimp. There is no check being held out to you, just another plate of shrimp. A loud thunderclap booms outside as you look up at the waiter to ask why he brought more shrimp instead of the check. When you are suddenly alarmed to find not the waiter, but a giant human-sized shrimp. So stupid. Server staring blankly down at you. You spin around in your seat, oh my god, to see if your wife can see the shrimp waiter, and immediately you're frightened out of your wits. Your wife is no longer seated next to you. Only another human-sized shrimp wearing your wife's dress and hoop earrings. Yes. Numb with horror, you quickly glance across the table at your two children. They're both shrimp. You let out a yell as another thunderclap echoes across the sky and it begins to rain. You disdainfully register the start of the downfall outside, which sounds like large hail. Oh my god, it's shrimp. Downfall outside, which sounds like hail, as you spare sweeping glass across the restaurant, seated at booth. Wait, oh, I did not read that. Right, across the restaurant, there are no humans present. There are only shrimps seated at booths, shrimp seated at tables, and even a small a small group of shrimp at the bar. So wag. They're all eating large tables of shrimp and leering at you menacingly. Your heart begins to pound in your chest like a war drum. You stumble backwards, half falling over your chair in the household to get up. You sprint for the door and run outside in the dark, stormy night. As you dash through the parking lot towards your car, you feel something like a giant, hot raindrop hit your face and bounce off towards the ground. Looking down, you see a shrimp lying on the ground. You look out across the parking lot and see photos of shrimp collecting in cracks in the pavement and across the roofs with the cars. Another warm object strikes to your head. It's literally raining shrimp. It's so stupid. You find your car and fumble, your hand shaking uncontrollably with your keys. Finally, unlocking the car, you slip inside it and engage the door locks. The human-sized shrimp from the restaurant are now congregating outside the front doors, staring across the parking lot at you. Their pale orange-pink bodies eagerly bracket from the light streaming out from the open doors behind them. You try to cram the keys into the ignition, but it falls against the ignition plate and squishes your hand. You look down and there are no car keys, only several mangled shrimp on a keyring in your trembling hand. You punch the steering wheel in frustration, accidentally setting off the car alarm. The shrimp outside the restaurant hear the noise and hungrily start to advance across the parking lot towards you. Try in vain to cram the shrimp key into the ignition, but you know it's pointless. The shrimp slowly approach the car and surround it, rocking it back and forth, pressing their slimy bodies against the frame. You hear the fiberglass doors groan under the pressure as one of the rear windows shatter, spraying the the back seat of the car with fragments of glass. You know there's no hope left. There's no escape. White faced and shaking, you reach across the console. You reach across the console and open the glove box. Crammed under their insurance papers, a pile of napkins is a Glock 19. Oh shit. You always bring it with you when you leave the house.
It's coming.
You pull the gun from its holster and pause it for a fraction of a second that holds an eternity. With tears streaming down your face, you put the gun to the roof of your mouth, trying not to imagine what it feels like to die, only forcing yourself to think of your wife and kids and how close they are to your eyes. Then you pull the trigger. A singular ship comes zooming out of the barrel onto your mouth. In the darkest hour, death itself refuses to end you, for death is not the end. There can only be shrimp, and they are endless. Wow, damn, that shit hype.
A singular shrimp comes zooming out of the barrel.
Yeah, I know, that's so funny. That was
tears,
good.
bro.
Oh my god. And the shrimp.
Oh my god.